Hey, what's up, friends? This is Muzz coming from Reborn Mind, Body, Soul. And if you're watching this, you believe in new beginnings and becoming your own ultimate superhero. Now, in this video, I want to talk to you guys about balance. What? Yeah, I think it's something that we all strive to achieve and strive to have in our life. And how do we actually do it? Or what does balance look like for us? So if you haven't hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button and let's get into it. Balancia. The balance of life, the yin and yang, the masculine and feminine, the equal sign, all things we strive for as human beings to essentially balance. And it's funny, we see these statues standing here right now. I'm here at Seven Mountains in Las Vegas, and these rocks are balanced just beautifully. Look at how magnificent they are. I think it's a perfect representation by life. So, you know, we look at this statue right now and we see these rocks being balanced, but they're done. We're seeing the finished product, but we didn't see how long or what it took or the effort that it took to balance these rocks. But yet we see the end product. And I find that life is kind of similar in the same aspect, is that we have, we see these greatness, we see these great people, we see professional athletes, musicians, all these greats that have done these awesome things, and you know, it's the end product. But really, we didn't see what it took to get into that, and we didn't see what it took for them to create that balance and to create that balance in life. And I think that in life, you know, is there ever true ultimate balance? I think we're always striving for perfection. I think it's natural in our human tendencies and our human behaviors to want to strive for perfection and strive for balance. Now, what I found along my journey was that there's really, at any point, there's no such thing. But if we can look at these pillars, we'll say like this one is financials, this one is health, this one is wealth, you know, this one is relationships, you know, like these are all the pillars of life, you know, in different foundations. That's why I love the channel Mind, Body, Soul, because I feel like there's, you know, pillars to creating the human experience and certain balances between the three of them. And something I found on my journey was sometimes I'm more financially strong, but then my you know, my fitness isn't as strong, and sometimes my fitness is strong, but then my spirituality is lacking, or sometimes my intellect, which, like, let's just say this last 6 months is building up on that, but my financials was hurting, you know. And striving for this balance is you know, part of the human experience. Now, over time, with constant effort, the balance becomes a little bit easier, because what happens is we get good at balancing each sides. We get good, we start understanding we've balanced one pillar. Now we know how to do it, kind of know, we got the idea. Now we can go to the next pillar and balance that one out a little bit more. Now this pillar's already good, so we can come over here and balance this pillar, you know? And that's what we could do with life, is that but in order to get to those places, we have to take our time and focus. And one of the things I just learned recently, which was super cool, was talking about just honing in on one craft, just on one thing, rather than focusing on all these things all at once. Like, for example, imagine trying to balance this pillar at the same time of trying to balance that pillar. Is it really possible to balance two pillars at once? Maybe, if you're really, really good, but like, just focus on one pillar at a time first, balance that one, and then go to the next one. Whereas like in life, our world is so overwhelming right now, and trying to balance all these different aspects is kind of next to impossible. Where, you know, as opposed to, I often hear people talk, okay, I want to change I want to do this, I don't know where to start. It's like, well, perfect, yes, pick one pillar. For example, is it nutrition? Like, I hear this thing, which is really, it's something fun that I love hearing. It's like, someone tells me that they're eating something bad or something, like, for example, they don't want to eat a banana because it's got too much potassium or something in there, there's too much sugar in a banana, but yet they're drinking alcohol. It's like, well, wait, you're not going to eat bananas, but you're going to take alcohol in your body? It's like, okay, well, maybe let's focus on one area first. Like, as opposed to, oh, I want to change my life, I want to get in shape. well, maybe focus on just understanding nutrition first before you even get into the gym, or vice versa, get into the gym before you like, instead of taking all this on and then trying to balance all these pillars all at once. And you know, is there such thing as balance in life? I think that there's certain levels of it, but I don't know if there's ever an exact balance, and that's okay. You know, that's totally okay. And I think that for us to strive for perfection is next to impossible, which is amazing. Like, well, how boring would life be if we were perfect and perfectly balanced? You know, those bumps in the road, those, you know, peaks and valleys, as you can see in the mountain range here, is natural and it's awesome. And if we had this perfect balance in our life, you know, I think we'd get a little bit bored. So to sum it all up, you know, balance in life, is it possible? I don't know. If you have balance in your life, I congratulate you. And if you don't, let's let out the air, and it's okay to not have full balance. So I share my peace and I share my love.